In today's video, we'll be talking about keto headache after eating, why it happens, and how to cure it without popping painkillers. So stay tuned for the meat and potatoes. Oops, sorry, no potatoes and keto. Greetings and welcome to Keto Unify with another keto-related video. You see, the keto headache is one of the many withdrawal symptoms that you may or may not come across when transitioning from a standard American or British diet for that matter to the keto diet. Swapping carbs for fat is no small change, which is why the ketogenic diet is capable of facilitating some significant changes to your physiology. When your brain and muscles transition from burning glucose to burning ketones, you move into ketosis, which is the fat burning mode, and a few important things happen. First, you can experience withdrawal symptoms similar to weaning off of caffeine or other addictive substances. If you've ever forgotten to drink your morning coffee or decided to quit smoking, you know exactly what we mean. You get a headache, brain fog, nausea, an achy body, sugar cravings, or feel irritable. This withdrawal is often referred to as the keto flu, and the keto headache is among the least pleasant symptoms. Second, you begin shedding excess water weight. This one is important. The body stores carbohydrates as glycogen, which promotes water retention. So as your carb intake goes down, so too do your glycogen stores. This means that dehydration is pretty common during the transition, which can cause a pretty brutal headache all on its own. Third, your body begins to decrease in insulin production. This is because insulin is required to process carbs and you're barely eating any. When insulin levels decrease, your body begins to release sodium through the kidneys. Furthermore, your main magnesium and potassium sources like fruits, grains, starchy veggies are off limits on this high-fat diet. So all this draining of electrolytes from your system can create an electrolyte imbalance. If you've ever run a long-distance race or done a multi-day hike, you know how it feels to sweat out these minerals, and a headache is among the first symptoms. Fourth, your blood sugar could drop. Low blood glucose can sometimes result from a dramatic drop in high-carb foods, which can cause a severe headache, a feeling of lightheadedness, and sugar cravings. This one, if left unaddressed, can end up sabotaging your weight loss goals and causing you to quit the diet. So keeping your blood sugar levels steady is important. So now that you understand what causes a keto headache, the next step is to know how to get rid of it without popping painkillers. But before I share those with you, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to be notified when a new keto video is uploaded. So, there are 3 simple ways to cure keto headache after eating. Number 1. Stay hydrated. Prevent dehydration-induced headaches by drinking enough water to replace what you shed in the first week. A natural way to do this is to add sea salt to filtered water, or use an electrolyte mix to dissolve in drinking water, or drink bone broth. This will help solve the second and third challenge mentioned earlier. Number 2. Transition slowly into a keto diet. Rather than starting on your first day with an extremely low carb count, try reducing it 1 meal at a time and reduce the number of meals you have in a day as well, say from 4 to 3 or 3 to 2 with no snacking in between. Number 3. Focus on high-fat foods. The main difference between a regular low-carb diet and the keto diet is the focus on high-fat foods. It doesn't always feel natural to pour extra fat into the frying pan or to eat an entire avocado in one sitting. But this is the crux of the whole diet. It's also the best way to reduce sugar cravings during the transition. Now, it's important to understand that not everyone may experience the keto flu or any of its symptoms like the keto headache after eating. I know I never did, but then all sorts of other factors like genetics and the environment you're exposed to all play a part in that too. So it's hard to say who will or who will not experience the keto headache after eating. Keto headache after eating and other keto flu symptoms are fairly common but completely avoidable. Many keto beginners don't take the necessary steps to prevent the keto flu. Increasing sodium intake to levels you normally don't consume is one such step. Drinking more fluids is another step, as is increasing your fat intake. Replacing essential nutrients and minerals, exercising frequently, and maintaining a proper low-carb, high-fat diet will ensure that your keto headache after eating will diminish sooner than later. Remember that the keto headache after eating is a normal induction stage of the process and happens to most of the people who adopt this way of eating. Also, what I'm going to do is give you a free 10-part video series on keto for women plus some gooey bonuses too. The link for which you can find it on the screen and in the description below.